Thank you for staying tuned on this channel. We want to look at this question on laws of indices. The question says simplify 0.027 raised to the power of minus 1 over 3. What you do here, look at the negative value here. What is the meaning of that? When is a negative value at the power level, what you do is to turn it into reciprocal of this positive power here now. So it will become solution now 0.027 raised to minus 1 over 3 will become 1 over 0.027 raised power over 1 over 3. You can see that that negative value has been turned into a reciprocal of that information right now. Good. So we'll move on. The next thing we do here is to convert this information here, these are decimal values here, into a fraction. And to convert it to a fraction, how do you do that? You take the whole number there, the value that you see as a whole number, that is 27, that will become 1 over, and still continue, 27 over, then before the decimal point, any value that is in there, all those values will be regarded to as what? 1 alone. 1. Every other value after the decimal point, each of them will represent 0, 0, 0. This will be 0, 0, 0. You can see that after the decimal point, we have how many 0 there? 1, 2, 3. So, if you check your calculator and you divide 27 over by 1000, you still get your your 0.0027 back. So take note of that. So it's still raised power. Don't forget 1 over 3. Now, at this stage now, for conveniency, you can now make it to become 1 divided by, that is the meaning of this, 1 divided by 27 over 1000 raised to power over 1 over 3, which will become 1 divided by, don't forget that when we have a fraction, or we have a fraction at the power level here, what's going to happen to it is that the denominator will be the one that will form the root, while the numerator will be the power. Since we are having 1 as numerator here, we don't need to write it. But if you're having any other value, we can write it. If I have a value like 2, 3, you can put it at the power. But once it is 1, you have to. But this particular 3 that is at the denominator will serve as the root of these two information here, this fraction here. So we are going to have 1 divided by, put it in bracket as well. This is what? 3. That is the value we have at the denominator here. 27 over 1000. 27 over 1000. You close the bracket. So we are having it to become 1 divided by, what is the cube root of 27? That is going to be 3 over cube root of 1000. That is what you multiply 3 times to get those values. If you multiply 3 times, you get 27. If you multiply 10 3 times, you get 1000. That will be 3 over 10. So we are having it to become 1 multiplied by, when M1, this division sign, immediately it changed to multiplication, the denominator here will come up here to the numerator level, while the numerator will come to the denominator level. We're having 10 over 3. Am I communicating? Very good. So we are having the final answer to become 10 over 3. So we are asked to find the decimal value of it. You can just write 3.333. That's going to be the value for it there. So if you are asked to have it that way, but this is, I think, is the right answer. It's correct like this. Now, we have another question which I'm going to treat with you right now. We have another question here. The question says, simplify 9 raised to power minus 1 over 2 divided by 27 raised to power 2 over 3. Now, to simplify this, you can see that this is 9 raised to power minus 1 over 2. That negative value here will turn this value into a reciprocal value. it will become 1 over 9 raised to power 1 over 2 divided. That is the meaning of this over here. Divided by 27 raised to power 2 over 3. Don't forget those information we said about how we are going to convert this value. Now, this will now become 1 over root of 9, root power of 1. We don't need to write it. Divided by, the value that at the denominator we serve as a root. We did not put 2 here purposely because we know that this is square root on its own, so we don't need to put 2 here again. 2 is, when 2 is there, that's the meaning of square root. Divided by, what is going to be here? That will be, what's the denominator? 3. 27 raised to the power of 2. Now, this will become 1 over, what's the square root of 9? That's 3. Divided by, what is this cube root? You first try to solve this. Cube root of 27 is 3 raised to the power of 2. You can see, we have been simplifying it accordingly. So this will now become 3 raised to the power of minus 1 divided by 3 raised to the power of 2. In division law, what does division law says? Division law says that when you have the same value being raised to some particular set of powers and they are divided with one another, what is going to happen there is that what? Those values will be subtracted from one another. So this will become 3 raised to the power, because they are the same value, 3 raised to the power minus 1 minus 2, which will be equal to 3 raised to the power of minus 3. 3 raised to the power of minus 3. Now, if you look at 3 raised to the power minus 3 very well, you can see that 3 raised to the power minus 3 is the same thing as 1 over 3 raised to the power of 3. Isn't it? Because this negative value is going to turn into a reciprocal again, which will be equal to 1 over 3 raised to the power 3 is 27. You see, I follow this step to get this answer. You can as well follow others. Only make sure that what you are doing, you are trying to make sure you follow those rules accordingly. So thank you for watching this video once again. We hope you're going to stay tuned to watch much of our video. We have more questions on mathematics and even how to solve most of these questions. So thank you and God bless.